All right, mathletes, we're going to go ahead and walk through a Geogebra instruction on how to make a Sierpinksi triangle. So go ahead and log in and go to www.geogebra.org, and it'll bring you to the screen. What I would do is go ahead and sign in and use your PSD Google account. I'm already signed in through other applications, so it brings me already here. That's so I can save it and I can share different graphs and things that I make. So I'm going to go ahead and start creating. I'm going to create a geometry file. So first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and create some points. I want those points to be pretty precise in how far they are away. So I'm going to use a tool and use the Spreadsheet Tool. So if I come over here and click View, and I go to Spreadsheet, I can open this up. And I can start typing in some points I want to see. So let's say the first point I want to see is 0, 0. Type it in with your parentheses and comma in between, and it's going to plot that point. And I want to point 20 away. So I'm going to plot 20, 0 there. And then I get this other point. It's not showing up on the screen, so I need to go ahead and zoom out. And there, I'm finally going to get my tool. If I want to move my screen around, I can go ahead and move this, so I'm going to be down here. So what I want to do next here is I can go ahead and close the view of my spreadsheet. I don't need that anymore now that I have my 2 points. And I want to make my first triangle, my stage 0 of my Sierpinski triangle. So if I go ahead and click on this, I want a regular polygon, I want an equilateral triangle. If I click here and then there, how many vertices? Well, a triangle has 3 vertices. I can go ahead and make my first triangle. If I right click on this and I want to do object properties, this will come up. If it takes a full screen, you can go ahead and pull this and slide it over so we only see part of it. So what I want to do is, with this tool, I want to make sure that this object here, don't need that point, but I want to go over here. If I right click on it, the color is brown. I'm going to go ahead and make it blue. And I want the opacity to be dark blue so it's not see-through at all, and I get my first stage 1. So next what I want to do is go ahead and make my second stage. So remember, when we do this, we're going to take the midpoints between our 3 vertices. So over here, it's really nice. Under this tool, we can make a midpoint. So if I go ahead and select my midpoint tool, collect my vertices, and I'm going to get midpoints there. I can come to my Polygon tool, and I can go ahead and create a second triangle there. What's really nice about this, I can go again to my color. I'm going to keep it red, and then I want my opacity to be solid so I don't see through it. And I have my first stage of my Sierpinski triangle. So part of your activity here is to find perimeter and area. What's nice about this is if you go and you click over here and you want to see the So what we want to be able to do is find perimeter and area of these triangles. So what I can go ahead and do is come over here and make sure my algebra view is clicked. When my algebra view is clicked, it's nice. So Polygon 2 is saying it's equal to 43.3. That is the area of this triangle there. If I come up here, I make those smaller. I can look at my blue triangle, and that's my Polygon 1, and that's 173.21. So as I'm filling out my handout here, stage 0, I can find my area. It's 1 triangle. And my perimeter, well, my perimeter, I can use this tool over here, and the measuring tool, which is right here, distance and length, and I can say, all right, from A to A2, that was 20. So if I had 3 sides, my perimeter is 3 times 20, and I'd get 60. Well, now, for this other one, I need to know this distance to here, and that's 10. well, then it'd be 10 by 10 by 10, 30 for that triangle, 30 for this blue triangle, and 30 for that. So then for my second stage, for the triangle that I created, is going to be a perimeter of 30 plus 30 plus 30, which is 90. So my perimeter seems to be increasing here. So I can keep going along this process. So I'm going to, again, create midpoints. So midpoint from here to here. If I right click on this, I can not show that. So again, I want to find my midpoint. So I click on that point and that point. I get a midpoint. And that point and that point. And that point and that point. And then I got all my midpoints there, and I can go through and make those polygons. So from there to there to there to there. And again, I want to view, I want to right click in object properties, my color. I'm going to keep my relief ones red, and then another polygon from here to there, to there, to there. Make that color red as well. And really just want to move this over here, and then I can do a polygon from there to there, there to there. And again, right click, and then my color is going to be red. And then I got my next stage. Again, you can go through here. If I want to find my area, if I look up here, minimize my points and my segments and my polygons. So these other polygons, it seems to be that these three triangles are 10.83. So if I know the area of this one, I can find the area subtracting away from the big one, or just recognize that this area is congruent to this area. So what is the area of my blue triangles? And that's going to be 10.83 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, perimeter, it's really nice on here. I can come up here and find my distance. And now this distance from here to here is 5. So I know all the other segments are 5. So I can add up the perimeter of all my blue areas. So if I traced around all the blue triangles, what would the perimeter of this Sierpinksi triangle be here on this stage? Again, we can continue on to stage 6, and you don't have to do the whole triangle, but you need to at least do a section of it so you can find your lengths and area of those objects. So here we can find our midpoints again, from here to there, hide that, and there to there, there to there, construct, oh, it's already opened up, and then here, get my opacity there. And I can get those measurements. I do midpoints here. And I can continue to find the necessary information to find the area of my Sierpinski triangle and its associated perimeter. This concludes the video on walking you through on how to create your Sierpinski triangle.